All right, I'm on. We're up and running here. Michael, nice to see you. Let me just see if the chat's working here. See if we can get this thing up and running. I think it's up and running. It sounds like it's doing it. Let me see something here. Let me chat. Okay. All right. I don't need emojis or anything like that. All right. Hey, welcome to the Bourbon Banters 2020. I'm at day, what is it? The 10th. One of my daughter's birthdays. Happy birthday, Madeline. Good to have you still around, making babies, making me a grandpa, all that. I guess people are kind of, like the title says, the blues of Super Bowl. I don't know if you're a Kansas City fan or a Eagles fan. Either way, both of them, don't really care. Had to get some stuff done. And I figured I'd do it the day after so you guys can keep drinking. Sober up by keep drinking. So it's one of those things. It was a whooping. But, that's how it is. Sometimes, games are like that. I'm sure, I don't know what the odds were, but I think Kansas City was favored. And they probably, Vegas lost, I think, a few bucks on that one. So, especially with such a lopsided score like that. So it's one of those days. So I trying to do it every 2 weeks, this live stream, trying to get it done, trying to be a little more consistent so people know when to tune in. I put out stuff over put a thing out there on basically the way YouTube works. If I'm going to do a live stream, I got to set it up to where everything kind of jives, use the key code, all that stuff. And what I do is I put it in YouTube, or I actually put it in OBS, the software that I use to get the stuff out. And what I do is it sets it and gets ready. So what I do is I put, it's all ready to go. So I got the date, everything, and it actually puts a, little blurb out there on YouTube on my page. And all you got to do is click notify, and it will let you know when it's time, when I go live. So, but I also kind of went crazy. I was watching a little bit of the game. I was doing some editing on another project. The whole Instagram thing, so I put a lot of stuff out, and there's a thing called Threads that Instagram has. And I guess you kind of have to sign into it, essentially. But if you go on, your regular Instagram, sometimes you get the threads, people click on it, you're like, I can't get into this thing. But you have to create something. It's kind of like an X or Twitter, or whatever you want to call it. It's tailored to make it and operate kind of like that. So you just jump in there and start chatting. And I for a while there, I was actually in there just chatting away, and I didn't know how the heck I was going to get out of that thing. And it's one of those things that I'm like, I don't know how to get out. So I had to, exit all the way out and then get back into regular Instagram. But I was putting posts in. I'm going to say it. I got a second channel. I only got 4 things up there, but the second channel is a Matthew Scott project. It's more outside of this, but kind of like this, but it's more doing outside stuff. And it's more of just basically outdoor things to get you outside, do things. I think the latest one I did was I smoked my very first brisket. Never done it. Very nerve-wracking. And only because I've never done it. And I've checked a bunch of the sites, how-tos, read up on it, and basically followed the instructions, what everyone was saying. So it you're basically doing an 18-hour day. And 6 hours of it is actually resting. The other 12-ish, you're actually cooking it. So you do it overnight. You've been taught not to leave the stove on overnight, but if you're cold, I get it. But it's more of okay. Mike's watching it from Disneyland. All right, sweet. Enjoy Disneyland down there. And basically, it was neat. It was my very first one, and it wasn't a how-to, definitely. But the thing ended up turning out great. It tasted great. Fed me for at least a week. And it was juicy, great. Even when you heated it back up, it stayed moist, and it was well worth it. I'm going to do it again. But there's a few things I will tweak on it, but watch it. Subscribe to that channel. Get that thing going as well. I'm just having just going to go from there, just doing different things. So that's that channel. So today, bourbon-wise, like you saw in the picture, it's going to be, I walked in to the liquor store, passed it up many, many times, but I ended up getting the other one. It's the Heaven Hill. Let me just point it right at you. The Heaven Hill grain to glass. It's the rye that they have. Passed it up numerous times, and I said, screw it. I'm just going to pick it up and see. It's actually a pretty good bottle. It actually has a bunch of flavors to it. Yeah, it's $99. Pretty steep. So I am going to finish whatever I'm starting on this with. For spirits, well, I'm not mixing any cocktails here. It's just going to be straight bourbon whiskeys. That's it, Mike. I'm sorry, but maybe I'll learn how to make some old fashions and stuff like that. I'll figure it out. So, put the drink in a sippy cup. Yeah, probably Mike's over there drinking out of a sippy cup, and it's probably a little more than you think that's in there. So I'm going to pour me a glass of this thing, and I'll run down the spreadsheet on this. This thing, I'm going to read what it says. Grain to glass. It's got the Beck's 6158 corn that's in it, but I think the only other rye that Heaven Hill has is the Pikesville that I can remember. I'm trying to think of anything else, but this is, this baby is quite warm. It is... It tastes good because obviously I have been doing my homework on it just to make sure that it's running, tasting good and everything like that. But the flavors on there, it's good. And it's expensive, but that whole series of the grain to glass thing, it was very expensive. It's $99 for each of those things. And they, hang on for a sec. I got kid drama. If it ain't one, it's the other, it's the other. All right. But I think the kids know. They probably see me and they're just doing whatever they can to distract me. So yeah, now with this thing, I'm going to run down the spreadsheet. So it's actually pretty. I really like it. I checked some of the other people that did reviews on it, and some liked it, some didn't. Some didn't say a lot of good things about it. But I think it's better than what they're saying. It's got quite a bit of range, some flavors that are in there, and I'm going to run down this spreadsheet. It's Heaven Hill. It's a grain to glass. It's the rye. There's 3 of them. I can't remember what the third one is. Proof. This thing's warm, 123.2. So it's a hot one. No age statement, but they say 6 years. Mash bill 63 rye, 23 corn, and 14 malt and barley. But with the Pikesville, I think it's only like 51, 52% rye. So this has got a little more rye to it. So just going to get right on this thing. Night. The Fair Taylor small batch. All right. Okay. So get that thing up there. Normal image there. That's the look. This thing here, you get like pine. It's like a pine smell. It's nice. Not like pine sol, but it's like a pine tree type smell. And, flowers. So it's good. It's, I don't have a Pikesville. No, I don't have a Pikesville in there, but I have a Pikesville somewhere. It's boxed up, and you'll be amazed. Stuff I probably won't see for another 6 months. So I'm just going to go on the palette here. Yeah, with that, I'm getting the caramel on there. I'm getting a little bit of vanilla. I'm getting, a little bit of hint of flour in there, and I'm getting a little cigar tobacco. That's it. It's pretty simple, but as it heads back, you're getting that tingly from that rye, and you get a little dill sitting back there, some vanilla, and some orange. So it's got different flavors, and I'm trying to recall the Pikesville. It's been so long since I've, had a sip of that, but it's good. I think it's worth the $99. Plus you're getting the proof, the whole series, each bottle was $99, even the bourbon whiskeys. And it was good a little bit, the other, bottle, the bourbon whiskey, I think I had it on the live stream a couple back, and it actually was pretty good. Has that floral type thing. Maybe it's the type of corn. I don't know. I'm just a consumer. I'm just here to point you in the right direction. But this thing is well worth it. I think it's good. Every penny of it, every $99 of it. And if you guys see it on the shelf, get it. It's great. And it's well worth it. Dill. It's not the dill. It's not like a dill pickle, or it's not like the flavor dill. It's just a slight hint of it, and it's the rye that creates that. It's not bad. It's the way to kind of describe it. It's kind of like a tingle type from the rye, and since it's 63% rye, it's going to be a little bit different than the normal bourbon. Normal bourbon whiskeys kind of lead to like the vanilla, the caramels, and the oak at the end. This doesn't. You just get hints of those things, and at the end, it's the things are a little more complex with the rye because it's just different. You're not getting the normal bourbon whiskey stuff. Hence, that's why rye tastes a little bit different, and I kind of like it. So that's just one of the descriptors that I could do on dill. Like with the dill, a good way to do it is just doing eating a pickle, or just the juice that's in there, but not as strong. You're just getting a slight hint of it, and with the orange, it all kind of combines, and it just tastes good. So I know you guys are sitting there going, all right, I called everybody, especially Jeff. I'm sure he's doing it. He called each one individually and goes, all right, just start throwing some crazy shit at Matt and see what he does. See if he buckles. See if he just can't, he might just pull the plug, and we're done. We're done early. So, all right. So that's it. That's all I can say about this one. I think it's just one of those bottles that, I'm sure you've seen it there, and I know Jeff has seen it there. Mike, I don't think he probably has, and, Izzy as well, but pickle flavor whiskey. All right, you guys are, taking it too far. All right, so I got to know my audience, so don't say funny things, because the audience is going to giggle, especially these guys. They're going to say, ha ha, look what I just did. He made me giggle, and just start throwing stuff in the comments. So with that being said, it's just things, I don't know, the latest stuff that's going out. What's going on out there? I got Mike at Disneyland. partially family. Yeah. Chris. Yes. You guys are just, all right. Game on. Let's go. I know what you guys are doing. I'm ready for it. Good God. You guys are killing me. So what do you guys think of the game? Obviously, I guess Trump was there. He, got a pretty big applause, and poor old Swifty did not do so well. What are you going to do? Just people's, my thought about the whole football thing. I really lost a lot of interest in it when they kind of went the woke, direction, because it just kind of ruined it. I played this. We all played, the game. We all enjoyed it. Had a great time, and you love watching these guys play. But it's more of how they represent it, and it's a little rough when they shame you and everything. And basically, they went woke, and now they're trying to do what they can. But ultimately, the two great teams, obviously in the Super Bowl, they beat a lot of playoff contenders to get there. They end up getting into this game, doing what they do. It's the biggest stage in the game, and just the Eagles just killed them. And like I said earlier, I was walking in and out doing a bunch of stuff, just watching a little bit of the game, and people were talking about the halftime show, and I'm like, I really don't care. I think probably the best part about the Super Bowl is probably the commercials, and even then they're kind of losing the allure that a lot of people were looking for. I don't know. Maybe people, they're trying to tailor just what they need to do is just present it to the average American. That's it. Average American will enjoy the game, and you don't have to put any, political stuff in there, and just play the game. And for the most part, I think the thing I like the best now, I've noticed when they have the ball and they get tackled, they toss it or hand it to the ref. I don't know if that was some rule that was implemented, but 5-10 years ago, they just fucking kicked that damn thing down the field, and the refs wouldn't be able to do anything or didn't do anything. Now they actually toss it. So far, I think that's great. Just hand it to the ref. Let them put the damn thing down and, continue on with the game. Kendrick Lamar. I heard the name only because I was listening to something that he was going to do the halftime show, and I have no clue, but my kids did. My kids knew who he was, and I think 2 of the 3 actually listened to their music and likes it. I guess Venus Williams was on there, and okay, she's got some moves. She knows how to dance, so she's a damn good tennis player, and that's how I look at it. Sean H. Yeah, no, Mahomes had a rough time. He couldn't get anything to happen. And then when he had time, he still, couldn't do it. The Eagles played good. The Eagles had a great defense. They shut them down. That's just how it works. Defense wins, the game all the time. The offense, gets the glory, and the defense wins the games. You can't, the other team can't score. All you got to do is get your offense to score once, and you win. So it's, I got to give it to him. Yeah, it was good. I'm glad it was an exciting game, but I missed probably the second quarter, and kind of watched it halfway through the halftime show, and then the third and fourth quarter. It was, you could see that Eagles just dominated. So it was good. It was good that it, not an Eagles fan, but Eagle fans liked it because they were burning down their city, shortly after. So I guess that's a sign of something good. The people that live in that city, got a reason to burn stuff down. Oh, yeah. Well, I think I've heard something about the Eagles fans just being really obnoxious or whatever. I didn't really get into that. Maybe they just talked a lot of shit, whatever. You know, that's probably been going on for years and years and years. And I don't know when the last time they won. I'm guessing, I think I looked it up yesterday. The last time the Eagles won was 2017. I could be wrong. Just, fact check me. But, if you're going to talk shit, at least back it up and win the Super Bowl. But, you got a few years there that you haven't really won, But, yeah, no, I guess just with any, it's just like us, Dodger fan, Los Angeles people, Dodgers fan. I don't know. Is anybody a fan of the Raiders anymore? I don't know. Since they moved, do they even come close to winning any games? I don't know. Only people I knew when the Raiders were in town, that liked them, were the gangsters. Every gangster was a Raiders fan, but not every Raider fan was a gangster. It's one of those, cliche things people say. But yeah, it's a I kind of gravitated away from football for a little while, kind of like hockey, because it's a tough sport. I played it a little bit, and it's a tough sport, but anybody can win. And the people that bet on hockey, you got to be good, because you're talking one, maybe two scores difference, if that, unless it's a huge blowout. And then when it's a blowout, you're going to see a fight. Oh, no, I didn't know anything about that. No president has been to a Super Bowl? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really looked that up, because Izzy just threw that out. I don't know. You'd think they would have, but, I know World Series wise, I think George W., went, my understanding, but, yeah, for the most part, I don't know. No president has been there. Raiders fans. Oh yeah. Raiders fans. That organization, I don't know. I don't know if it's still run by the Al Davis family, lineage there. But yeah, they're not doing a very good job there. But, it's in Vegas and people still go to it, because I had to drive through Vegas one time, and I guess the freeway was packed, the overpass was packed, because it's on the other side of where all the hotels are at, the other side of the freeway. I want to say the 15. I could be wrong. Maybe, yeah, the 15th on the other side where the stadium's at. And people were walking over there, and I was wondering what the hell was going on, but I think it was a Raiders game. So, yeah. Trump was the first sitting president. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I did not know that. Did not. It was new to me. So it was good. Yeah, but the whole halftime show, what's funny is someone was saying that Kendrick Lamar thing was all about bragging on Drake. Drake, I'm guessing. I could be wrong about being a pedophile or whatever, that song. I don't know. I can't even understand it, because I got one screwed up ear and I can't really hear. Did the Raiders fans become Rams fan now? Oh, you know what? I don't know. I don't, territory wise, yeah, maybe, but well, funny you should say that. Jeff's a big Rams fan. So maybe, Sean H., I know you threw that out there. I don't know. Maybe they did, but I think the Rams fan to me are more like the snooty type people, or the San Diego Charger type people, kind of the snootier type than what a Raiders fans would be. I don't know if the Rams, would allow that, but I'm sure they did. People want to go see football games, but don't want to travel to, Vegas, 4 hours away from Los Angeles to do so. But, maybe they do. Maybe driving, it's not that big a deal. But I'm sure a couple defected over to become Rams fans. But, there's always it's either you're a Rams fan or a Raiders fan. So that's how those things operate. All right, I'm going to jump on my second bottle. This bottle here is out there. It's out there quite a bit. And you can find it. And of course, they're all just a little bit different because where it was housed and the warehouse and everything like that. But it's going to be the Four Roses single barrel. And I've done reviews on this in the past. For 49, 45, 50 bucks, you can't beat this. This thing's good. This is a 100 proof bottle, and it does not taste 100 proof at all, especially after you're drinking 123 and some change proof. So this is an easy drinker on this thing. And I think for the price, this is up there with maybe the Russell's 10. It's about that same price. The what else is around that thing? Some of the wild turkey, maybe even the rare breeds, but it doesn't have the proof like the wild turkey and the rare breeds do. So this thing, Chargers fans. Yeah. Cheaper tickets. Okay. Yeah. You got to go got to go with the deals. So on this thing, what's nice too, is they kind of changed their look. It was more of a lighter brown. Now it's a little bit of a darker brown with a gold frame on this. But on the back, now they're putting on basically what it kind of tastes like. Like the rice spice, apricot, pear, cinnamon, toasted oak. That's the flavors that you're probably going to get. You're going to get some of that. And I know Jeff's got an issue with apricots. Yes, I get apricots on this because I've had a little bit of this. I get apricots. And Jeff actually sent a picture ragging on me, something that I said about a bottle. This, God, probably at least a year ago. And he goes, yep, I'm cutting open a apricot, and I'm just not really tasting anything. Any bottles have tasted just like this. So, Jeff, you make things interesting. You do. So, I think, Mike, I don't know. Yeah, you go to Rams games, I believe, right? I think Mike goes to the Rams games. But yeah, no, this is from Warehouse RN, and it's, I want to see, barrel 42-5B. So in case you guys ever want to know, but I'm sure they're all pretty roughly the same. They have 10 different recipes and 2 yeast strains that kind of combined all their stuff. So it's a different way of doing things. Four Roses. I'm going to put it over on the thing here so you can get a look at it. And hopefully focuses. Let me see. All right, let's see if this does it. Yeah, there it is. I got a crooked. No, I think that's good enough. I think that will work. No, I'm going to make it look a little better there. Yeah, so that's the Four Roses. Cool bottle. Worth it for the price. And it's basically... okay. Yeah, the ESSO. Yeah, isn't that that's the expensive one with the best flavors and everything like that? I think that's everyone kind of wants that thing. I I heard it's supposed to be pretty good. So or really good, but they actually it's basically a limited type release on that, right? I'm guessing the OESO or whatever it is. So I can't remember. And each letter means something. I think the first one is like the distillery, and they got certain codes for each letter. Yeah, no, that's that thing is good. And obviously I just cracked that thing open, I think 2 days ago, and I've really taken a liking to it. So it's, when you walk in a liquor store, you see, stacks and stacks of certain bottles. And then some of them, people go directly to the high end. I want this, whatever. And then you see a lot of this. And sometimes you just got to take a chance at it. And hopefully I can kind of point you in that direction and go, hey, it's worth it. Get the single barrel. They're all going to be a little bit different. Each barrel is going to be a little bit different. Each batch they send out, because, in a barrel, how many you make? About 200 to 250 bottles out of a barrel. So, maybe you're getting lucky with some, maybe not so much with the others. So 100%, Chris. It's dependable. All of them are going to taste good. They got the select batch, they got the single barrels, and they got another one, and their base, product that they have. But it's worth it because it's not overpriced. So you need to do it. Need to do it. It's worth it. Yeah. So it's basically you get into the cinnamon. I'm getting apricot on it. Those are the two big things that that I'm pulling from this bottle. So if you like that, get it. If you don't like it, try something else. $50, the new 100 Proofs series. Yeah. Okay. The OB is a higher rye mash bill. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Oh, hello, Madeline. And tell Matthew hi. I'm sure he's next to you, watching. So, yeah, I think what, that they have so, if you make so many type of different recipes, I guess when you go to Four Roses, you can actually mix up different recipes, or you can make your own stuff. But it's you got these people that've been doing it for years. They know how to taste it, what's going to taste, how it's going to taste after you mix whatever combination together, and it just they know how to make good stuff, and they're consistent. And I've never had a bad bottle. I've had a couple single barrels. All of them tasted good, so it's all worth it. So. I know. And you guys are probably wondering, Madeline is my daughter. Everyone wish her a happy birthday. Today is her birthday. And the little grandkid she's probably watching on the TV, and Matthew's looking at him going, hey, that's Papa. Yeah, Papa just flapping his gums, talking, saying all kinds of crazy things. So, yeah. So that's basically what I'm working on right now. Tell you that I don't know what you want to do. I'm trying to look at things that we can talk about. Oh, you know what? I actually wanted to talk about it. Didn't really know much about it. Jeff gave the book to my wife about the Mormon massacre and all the stuff in Utah and whatever. But American Prime Evil came out, and that is actually a very good series, And I heard, what's his name? The director, Peter Berg. He was talking on the Sean Ryan show, and he was kind of, plugging it a little bit. But man, that thing was a very good series, and it's kind of scary. And back then, it just. Life was rough, and we bitch and complain because our internet goes out. So it's rough business out there. Oh yeah, no, I've sometimes you look on like Sealbox and stuff. You'll see a special release that came from the single barrel of Four Roses. It's they're charged like $89 or whatever. I don't know if it's a pick or what it is, but they don't really go crazy. And for $50 just from the shelves, you can never go wrong with the Four Roses. Yeah. The American Prime Evil, I tell you, it's I don't know if anyone out, Sean, I think Sean's probably the only one I don't know that's out there. Mormons, they were evil fucking people back then, just conquering. They wanted to take all of Utah. That's it. They wanted it all. So but back then it's just rough business, man. But it was a great movie. I would have watched the whole thing, all 5 episodes, but the wife's like, I can't handle it. It's so sad. I only do 1 episode at a time. I'm like, fuck, man. And then if I, watch them all when she goes to bed, she's going to know, hey, how come you got to go back? It looks like did you watch them all? I'm like, yeah. And then I get a fucking earful and I'm just, I just don't want to hear it. I'll just eat it and just watch piece by piece. Yeah, that's my life. Who needs enemies? I got my wife. She makes enough headaches for me. So yeah, no, this thing's great, man. I wrote a couple notes down. I just trying to pick things just to flap my gums about. I don't know if you guys, if I ever told you this. I've never flown first class. Never paid for it or whatever. But a long story short, my wife made a trip, went out to Europe with a girlfriend, or Ireland. Anyways, I don't know. No, it wasn't Ireland, somewhere else. But anyways, she flew out there, and I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Didn't care. I was recovering, from hip replacement. But they later on, her girlfriend sent some pictures of them and whatever, and I kind of looked over, and I'm like, is that first class? She actually had a chance to fly across the, Pacific in one of those cocoon type things. And I'm like, oh, must be nice. Well, she didn't tell me anything about it. But anyways, I'm like, good. I'm glad you got to enjoy first class. Nice of you. So I had to make a couple flights and through Alaskan. Well, Alaskan, I guess, is bought by American, and I got, a credit card through American that I get miles. And so I go in there one day and I actually texted, Ron, Jeff, and Paul, and I go, I'm sitting there and they go, hey, they called me up to the counter and they go, hey, you got upgraded to the first class. I'm like, what do you mean I got upgraded to first class? Yeah, no, just whatever. Someone didn't fill the seat, so maybe they just bumped the next person up. And me being an American card holder and American, mileage stuff, they bumped me up. I'm like, okay, so what does this mean I get to do? They go, oh no, you can go to I guess they call it the Admirals Club or whatever. So, I'm texting my wife. I go, hey, did you pay for a first class ticket? She said no, but I guess I just got upgraded. So I go up there and it's like, I walk up to the counter. I go, hey, this is my very first time being in first class. And I don't know what to do. She goes, oh, well, based on your flight, you're not flying like cross country, but just pay $30 and you can eat and drink as much as you want. I'm like, shit, okay, I'll pay $30 because, you go get a hamburger, it's going to cost you $30-$40 anyways in the airport. So I go in there and, the food was great. I drank so many beers. I had a blast. So it was well worth me doing, the first class. So a few times later, I get upgraded again for first class. But at that airport, didn't have like an Admirals Club or anything like that. So I just kind of like, all right, cool. I'll just sit here and, it worked out good. So I've never done it. Since I've done it, I want to do nothing but fly first class. But, prices are expensive at times. And, I just kind of hope that maybe I can get upgraded and enjoy the luxuries of that first class. But I wasn't flying far. So it was cool. Wasn't like I flying to Europe or anything like that. So anything you guys want to talk about? Anything like that? I like American Primeval. Great show. Hopefully they do, Peter Berg is a good director. He, the American Primeval, I like that. He did the, what did he do? Lone Survivor one. He's gotten better with his stuff. So it's very good how they did it. So, all right. Anything else? I can just hang up right here and see what happens. How long have I been going here? 40 minutes. Good Lord. 40 minutes. American Primeval. All right. Did that. Yeah. Mike. I think Mike's might be I don't know, Sean H. The fire's out in L.A. Oof. Yeah. Palisades. What a disaster that thing was. I'm just looking down here, notes, things like that I, somewhat topics. And I'm sure if I drink, a little more, they're going to be more rough, what have you. So, yeah, the fires out there were just horrible. Burn a lot of things, but it's too bad that they'd rather protect brush than to protect homes. Oh, retracted. Yeah, just looking under the banner of heaven was a book. Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, no. And what's funny about that book, we saw the American Primeval. Then she went to another thing about the Frankie family, about the abuse of the children. And, she's on a whole trip of, these Mormons punishing their kids and killing people and stuff like that. So, yeah, a little rough. Oh, yeah. All right. Hey, Jeff, what are you drinking? Tell me what you're drinking, Jeff, because right now, you guys know I'm drinking the Four Roses single barrel. Yep. And then Izzy, what are you drinking? And then Mike, he's Youngleville longer with dinner. Okay. Yeah. No, I guess what, Youngling, lager. Good. Sean H., what are you drinking, man? Penelope Havana. Okay. Yeah, I end up getting the barrel strength one. I was looking I'm looking for that weeder one that they got. I think it'll be Leapier's Fork. Leapier's Fork. The Nelson Brothers Black Briar Bourbon. Okay, yeah, no, I saw you guys, kind of put that on the thread, and I'm like, what is it? Black Briar Bourbon. Is that like a stout type flavor thing? Haven't had the Havana. No, I haven't had the Havana either. Because what do they got? They got the 4 right now. They got the toasted. They got the weeder that just came out. They have the barrel strength, and Penelope has the Architect. And I've never even heard of the Havana. Madeline, drinking water, as you should. Now you're going to go out to dinner for your birthday, Maddie. Youngling is brewed in my hometown where I grew up. Okay, Sean, where you grow up, man? I'm sure Jeff can probably look in the the back of it. Chris sent me a picture of it. Okay, that was a Tennessee whiskey. Okay, bottle and bond. I don't know if I'll put this up in the image here. If you guys see, there it is. That's what the bottle looks like that Chris is having. Yeah. There. Okay. That's good. Got a little proof to it. That's good. 100 proof. Portsville, Pennsylvania. Okay. Yeah. I think, wasn't that Ron's brother Paul? He likes that, and for whatever reason. So. Okay, finish and rum cast. So yeah, rum will get you some good flavors on there. So yeah, it's give a little more time. I'm sure the drinks will be flowing because Jeff's probably eating dinner, having a beer with it, and just getting warmed up. Yeah, Mike, he's out in Disneyland, so he's probably putting stuff in a cup and drinking out of there, doing the best he can with that. Dealing with Disneyland park goers. So yeah, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. So I got, American's oldest brewery. Yeah, no, it's, cause I remember, Paul was saying it's the oldest brewery. So that's cool. At least they're still around doing their thing, see what he gave me a picture. Okay, this is the Nelson Brothers Black Briar. Let's see if I can get this thing spread out a little bit and you get a little picture of me in the background. All right, there you go. Come on, focus in. Yeah, that's the Nelson's Brother Black Briar. Now, what does that taste like? What is it? I don't know. Black Briar is a blend of straight bourbon whiskey finished in Imperial Stout. Okay, Imperial Stout. Yeah, see, that's good because doesn't there's I think Johnny Walker. I think Johnny Walker does one in a stout. I've never had that. That's the only one, but I'm sure Nelson Brothers probably did it right and made it taste good. Super. Okay. Okay, so I guess from what Chris is saying about the Lapier's Fork is known as a place where rockers go to die, retire. Huge farm property in Tennessee. Oh, is that kind of like a, I want to say plantation because that's the wrong word that I'm saying. A compound type thing where they all kind of go and they buy a house, build it up and just, live there and that's it. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I heard. Hints of chocolate on the nose and palate. All right, that's cool. Yeah, but with that property, is it where they kind of go to, build a house or buy a house that's there, and just it's a big, huge community of just people kind of go to retire that are in the music industry, not industry performers and things like that, right? That's how I'm getting it. Yeah, no, that'd be good. The hints of chocolate on the nose and the palate for the Nelson Brothers. So, just huge, beautiful land. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I heard it something about that. It could be completely off and just way off. Yeah, that's just me. I hear things, forget things, trying to recall things, and I still forget things. It sucks. But my palate is not as fancy as mine. Well, don't shortchange yourself. You got a very good palate. You know what's good, you know what's not. I just get a few notes here and there and I put it out there. You call me nuts, things, bullshit, dill. Now, I had to get away from that dill thing because you guys would have hammered me until it would not end. So I'm away from that whole dill thing. And unfortunately I had to bring that up, but like the apricot thing. But what's good about this is say I get a note, and we're drinking the same thing, enjoying our time together. And you take another sip and you're like, hey, okay, maybe I'm getting it. A lot of it, if you think about it, if you're looking for it, you'll find it. It just, am I a Fred Minnick? No. The guys that are really good, no. This guy pulls out crazy flavors and you're like, I can't do that. I'm getting the ones that really stand out. And there's some that are kind of hidden and, you got to pull the covers over and grab that note. Some are hard, some not. And I guess that's what makes good bottles and not so good bottles. If you really, some people like hunting, searching for those type of, notes, and some people want to just smack them in the face. And, but if you got, these guys that do these blendings that give you that roller coaster ride, it's just so good. I got to say the one that still stands out to me is probably that Joseph Magnuson cigar blend that, Paul had. And it's probably one of my favorite so far. I had a few really good, glasses, especially out in Kentucky when we did our little thing. Some of them are so good that, it's probably will never be able to get ever again. But, just one of those things now, now you're becoming more specific on what kind of bottles you're going to get. And sometimes you need daily drinkers like a, 4 Roses single barrel for the price just to have a daily drinker. In the meantime, you're looking for the ones that you really want. And you're going to pay for the ones that you really want. Well, that's basically what I got going right now. I'm trying to think of what's, the, oh, I got something for everyone here. Let's see if you guys are all paying attention here. In your lifetime, Jeff's around my age, a couple years older. Izzy's a couple years older. Mike's a couple years over. Wow. All right. So that's why when I talked to you the other day, you were looking for that grizzly beast. I remember getting a grizzly beast. It's from Redwood City. It's the darker red label. It's usually a 4 grain that's in that thing. And I remember having it, and it was so good. And I know I finished it. I'm almost, because we packed up and had a bunch of stuff, and it's in a bin. It could be in a bin, but I think I finished it. And I remember calling Jeff going, hey, dude, do you have that grizzly beast? And he really liked it. I don't know if it's a new one that just came out, but you mentioned that you were back at the liquor store hoping to find another one. But if you do, pick me up one. Because, I don't know what they're charging. What are they charging? $100 for that thing? 70, $100 for the grizzly beast? If it's that good, pick me up one. I'll pay for shipping, handling, whatever, and I'll pay you for it. But if it's that good, I'll buy one if you can get 2. So it's at Redwood Empire is probably there. It's kind of like the sleeper, but you see them everywhere. But that bottle there is, or that. They're a distillery, but they're buying a lot of their stuff, but it's very good. Everything that they touch is good. With the Lost Monarch, the Grizzly Beast, the Pipe Dreams, the Rocket Top, all that stuff. They are just they make it taste good. And if the Grizzly Beast is out there and you can find it, grab it. I'll pay you for it, but it's all well worth it. Grizzly Beast, beat up E.H. Taylor small batch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Grizzly Beast, Sean H. Man, he's saying it just beat the crap out of the big names, but yeah, it's that place there, Redwood Empire. They're making some solid stuff, and I can't promote them enough because it's that good. So I'm going to go look for something else. I don't know. Have you guys tried? I have not even opened it up yet. The Larceny Barrel Proof C924. I found one. I figured I'm going to buy 2 because you kind of look at Fred Minnick. He's like the godfather of these bourbon whiskeys and reviews and stuff like that. He's good at what he does. He put that as his number 7 bottle, and I'm wondering if it's worth the number 7 bottle. It's. I know the Larceny barrel proofs are very good. Obviously, I got to let this baby air out a little bit, but I'm gonna go grab that thing, open it up in front of you. Oh, here, what do we got here? Okay. Oh, all right. This is I'm going to send you a couple pictures here of this grizzly beast that Jeff sent me. Come on, baby, focus. All right, that's the grizzly beast. That's the front side. And it's bottle and bond, so at least you're going to get 100 proof out of it. That's the backside of it. And that is, let me see what we got. Distilling season spring 2019, bottled June 2024. Lot size 150 bottles, batch 004. It's 100 proof. The mash bill is 68 corn, 18 rye, 9 wheat, and 5 malt and barley. So there you go. And Jack Duckhorn is a master distiller. And Jeff, this is the one I have not had. And I've had a Grizzly Beast, and the Grizzly Beast that I had, I liked. But obviously, this is really standing out to Jeff. Jeff thinks it's great. And, I don't know if Redwood Empire is watching this thing, which I don't see anyone in there that says Redwood Empire, but they have looked at one of my reviews on one of the Redwood Empires and they thank me for it. So it's pretty cool. Sean H. Got to be honest, I've been underwhelmed by the Larceny Barrel Proof. I don't know, Sean, are you the only one? 79 plus tax, great bottle. Yeah, $80 for that Grizzly Beast. So, hey, if you guys, Jeff, if you get it, let me know. I'll pay you for it. I'm good for it. We've done plenty of that stuff. So, okay, I'll just go ahead and I'm going to crack open the Larceny, see how that goes. Yeah, yesterday I'm down. I overdid it yesterday. I'm downstairs sitting in the recliner watching the game, and I went to get back up. All right, so brand new, has not even been cracked open, and I actually was hesitant because is this the first one, the C924? I don't remember if it was the B524. The label changed on this one because it's all kind of gold copper. It changed. I'm looking at it going, is that really the right one? Or is this like a barrel pick? Or, I just wasn't sure. All right, so I'm going to pour this thing. Oof. I'm going to let this thing air out because I know it's pretty high on. Obviously, it's a wheated. Let me see what I got here. Wheated bourbon mash bill. That's all I get. C924. Proof 125.1. That's pretty much all I got. That's all I get. And did I write anything down? Let me see. Yeah, I wrote stuff down. Hang on. Let me load the same, put the same back up so you guys can look at it. I'm sure you guys all probably have one of these things. But when Fred Minnick came out with his top 100 or whatever, he put this as like number 7. I could probably look up his. Got to see. Okay, got to be honest, a bit underwhelmed. Okay, yeah, Sean. Yeah, when they hype it up and they make it seem like all this stuff, but everyone's palate's just a little bit different, and you kind of look at the big names and go, all right, well, I think you got it wrong on this. Me, I haven't had it yet. I got a bunch of Larcenys back there, but they're different, different ones. And they always say the third batches of these things, like the Elijah Craig and the Larceny, the third one's usually the better ones. So got to see I have one. I'll have one with you. Okay, good. Along with the barrel pick and Frugal McDougal. That's good too. All right. So let me do the Heaven Hill. Let me see what we got here. Okay. I'm going to hang on. Larceny. Oh, Heaven Hill too. Knew that. Larceny Barrel Proof C924 Heaven Hill Proof 125.1, $65. $65. Not bad. At least with the Elijah Craig's and the Larcenys, the price pretty much is about that price. So for the proof, for everything like that, you kind of go from there. Age 6 to 8 years, mash bill 68 corn, 20 wheat, and 12 malt and barley. And basically what they're saying is, Izzy, what do you got, Izzy? Izzy sending me something. Ingram River aged Kentucky straight bourbon, flagships, 170 proof. Okay. Izzy is, good Lord. Send me all kinds of. Oh, is this? Okay, this is Izzy sent me the top 9 of Fred Minnick's. I respect everything he does. The OH Ingram River aged Kentucky straight bourbon, number 8, Old Line American single malt double oak series sherry cask. Was number 8. Larceny came in second, the C924. Weller Millennium 99 proof. Well, I'll never taste that thing. That's $7,500. Ain't going to get any of that, Number 5, Little Book. The Infinite. Kentucky Straight Bourbon. All right, that's $2.49. I don't think I'll be getting that either. Nashville's Connected Spirits Small Batch Bourbon. That was number 4, George T. Stagg. That's $149. Yeah, good luck getting it like that. Nashville Connected Spirits Small Batch Rye. And then the number 1 was the Russell's Reserve 15. I love to get the 15, very hard. And that was $250. That's Minnick's top thing going on there. Okay, here we go. Geez, you open up. Jeff got Jeff got a single barrel, like probably a barrel pick from Frugal McDougal. Okay, he got a barrel pick of the Larceny and the regular C924. So I'm going to show the picture of that. Come on, baby, focus. Just got 2 of them. I'm going rock crooked here. One's a barrel pick. One is the C924. Now, can you tell the difference between them? One's better, one's worse. I haven't even taken a sip yet on this thing. So they're saying it's supposed to be on the nose, cinnamon and some smoke, charred, stuff like that. So, yeah, no, it's yeah, getting, just a light, faint cinnamon on there, but I don't know about the charred and smoke. But it's sweet. I get like a sweet smell. So I'm going to go for a taste here and see what happens. Yeah. This thing has still got to open up a little bit. It's was 125 proof. I'm getting a mound of caramel on this thing. Yeah, and that thing just coats good. I think it's not that bad. This is very, you do feel the heat a little bit. And yeah, I just cracked this damn thing open. You do feel the heat of it, but I'm getting oak. It's like a sweet type oak on there, but I'm getting like a lot of caramel and a little bit of vanilla on there. I got to go for a second one. That one hit kind of hard. That one actually for 125 proof, I just cracked it open. I'm sure it's going to be better a couple weeks down the road. But that had a little more bite than the Heaven Hill, the rye. And that was 123, I believe. 123, I want to say 123-ish proof. So 1 or 2, 2 proofs different. 2 proof range is different. The Larceny had a little more bite, but I just opened it up too, and I'm sure it's going to taste better down the road. Just like the Stag over there. I can't remember which one that was, but when I first cracked that thing open, it was harsh. It was pretty harsh. But tried it a couple weeks later, and I got a bunch of flavors out of it. So I really like that Stag. Sorry. Hey, I'm just getting cinnamon and some oak on there, on the nose. All right, on that one there, it was like a very faint coffee flavor to it, very faint. But then it kind of rolled into like a vanilla and an oak and caramel there. But I'm getting a faint clove, but not really a clove, but more of like a berry mixed in with a type of clove on there. Whew. No, that one's actually good. And it just kind of, it coats good. Doesn't dry your mouth out. I still tasting it. And the finish is just kind of like a faint chocolate with like a little bit of rye. and just a very little bit of, oak on that thing. So yeah, no, it's good. I'm sure it's going to taste better. Oh, excuse me. I'm sure it's going to taste better being opened up down the road a little bit. But man, yeah, okay, I get it. It's good. It's good, but I really don't, I don't get bottles sent to me, like Medic, I can't taste them all, especially I can't go out and buy them all. And, you got to be a VIP to get VIP treatment. So I'm not a VIP. I'm just a guy trying to do a bourbon channel, have a second channel, and get some more subscribers and just have fun. This occupies my time. This keeps me busy. This, puts deadlines on me that I impose on myself to try and push myself and make myself better. And the only way you're going to get better is actually doing it. So flapping my gums, everyone say they can do it. Everyone can talk, but it's sometimes getting in front of a camera, doing it right, doing, trying to operate the systems at the same time. And, like Jeff told me last time, hopefully I'm doing a much better job. I'm not looking down as much. I'm looking up, but I also at the same time have, if you guys look here, you see how my laptop, which should be on the table, it's not. It's on a little box type thing. It's so I can look at the chat and look at the camera, so I don't have much of a head tilt down. So, but I ordered it. It'll be here tomorrow. Little monitor that I can put just right below here, so I can just keep looking right at it and watch the chat and do whatever. So, wife flies first class. I don't know how many $1,000 that cost me, but I get $100 monitor that attaches my computer, and call it even. Nope. Yeah, ain't doing it. Clove and berries. I don't know. I can't tell what that emoji says. Is that like, hey, you're full of shit, Matt? Or, are you getting it too? And that's why you don't spill bourbon on the computer. Hey, you know what? I actually finished that bottle, even though I dumped probably a third of it. I finished it. I got it up high now. That's why I got the bottles way in the fuck in the back over there, because I really, do not want to spill it again. So far, no glitches. I'm doing good. And all I got up here on the table is just a little bit. And if I spill that, it's going to be fine. I think everything's not going to short out. So yeah, no, last time, if you guys weren't here, I think Sean H, you might've been there. Izzy was there too. Jeff. Yeah. I poured a glass of Blanton's and I slipped out of my hand. I don't know how, but maybe with my little bitch hands, it just slipped out and it spilt and it went all on my computer. And I was a little nervous, and I think I kept going for another hour, and my poor computer was like flashing, going out. And I kept saying, hey guys, just be ready. This thing might just shut off. So yeah. No, so this is actually very good, and I'm glad I picked up two of these bottles, because I took Fred Minnick's word for gospel, and he said it was number 7. So if it's number 7, it's going to be damn good. So, yep, don't spill fucking bourbon, And plus, now I got this little perch here, as you guys can see right here, little box here, so I don't have to look down as much. Just trying to do it. And Jeff's brutally honest with me, and he will tell me if I look like an idiot or if I said this or said whatever, looking in the wrong spot. He'll tell me. But it's not to be mean. It's to make me better. And that's what he's doing. You can't take constructive criticism. You're not going to improve. So can't be thin skinned, because it's really going to hurt, and you're not going to improve. Yeah. Yeah, on that one, like I said, it coats great. It's you get a slight little coffee on there, but it that slowly fades, and it goes to like a caramel, like a deep, rich caramel that just kind of coats you. It's like that candy that just engulfs your mouth, with a little bit of berries and a little bit of Yeah, a little bit of berries and just a slight little tinge of that clove that's on there. And then on the back and on the back of the palate, a little bit of rice spice, but nothing crazy. It's a little bit of maybe chocolate and cinnamon. Nothing crazy, but it's actually they created something that is subtle but good at the same time. And I think what really stands out is that, maybe a little bit of that caramel, vanilla, and the berries that just kind of just sits there. Like you've been sucking on a Jolly Rancher that's, like a berry type. It just kind of sits there. But it's not a Jolly Rancher. It's more like a berry type flavor. So what's the proof on that? No, what'd I say? 125.1. Yep, the 125.1 for the Larceny C924. So it's pretty good, pretty warm. I think it's a good bottle. So if you can get it, it's worth it. I think it's that good. I don't know what other ones you've had for the Larceny Barrel Proof, Sean, but it's this one. I think it's really worth it. You got to open everything. You can't get around. I can't get around to opening all the stuff. So I got enough stuff here that it's going to last me a while. It's going to last me a bit. It's like collecting, stuff, but maybe one day I got to start selling these things off and getting rid of them. But, drinking, makes you wiser, but, I'm sure it's not good for you, but I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can. Like the old man that, if you kind of look at the Larceny things, you got the blur in the background just off to the right. You see a lady and a dude out in a parking lot. That's my parents way back when they were very young, next to his little, I want to call it an Austin Healey or a whatever Healey it was. Yeah, I think it was an Austin Healey that he had. Really small car. Cool. That's them way back when. They're long gone. But yeah, no, it's a cool little picture we found. Unpacking a few things. And yeah, I don't know. Is it me that you guys can't see the bottom of it? It's just not showing up right. Yeah, maybe it's just the way it's. I don't know if you're able to get that. I'm just trying to adjust the camera. So they definitely, let me see what we got here, Sean. Yeah, no, that whole glass case in a liquor store. I don't know if you guys have a ABC type store, if it's just actually a regular liquor store. We had this place, in California up where we were living called Bonanza, and this guy would keep these things in this locked case. When you walk into the counter, you got all these really cool bottles, but he was asking way too much money for stuff. And, people are realizing that these things just going to sit. They're going to sit and sit and sit, and you kind of, the owner's not there, but, poor little kid. I'm like, hey, is anybody, you going to sell these things for regular MSRP? It's like I remember seeing, I got an Elmer T. Lee there for $48, where I'm at, $48. But like in California, I don't know if New Jersey's the same thing. It's, they're charging $300, $400, $500 for these things. And you're like, really? It's ridiculous. I can't believe they do it, but the owners are stuck with, these distributors basically going, hey, look, I'll give you 2 of these Elmer T. Lees, but you got to sell 4 to 10 cases of Fireball. They got to they got to recoup stuff because they're going to sell the Fireball for dirt cheap because nobody wants it. And they got to recoup their, expense and, things like that, with the Elmer T. Lee. And, you get some drunk kids come through, saw a picture and thought Elmer T. Lee was the greatest thing, and they're going to pay for it. But a lot of times people are starting to get a little smart about all this stuff and do their research, and then they're going to go ahead and, okay, see what I'm pricing in is banana. Oh yeah. Eagle Rare at $120 yesterday. Oh my God. Was it a store pick? A store 2 miles away had a store pick for 70. Oof, God. I think Eagle Rare right now, I think is about 40 bucks, 40-ish. You know, that's too bad. Yeah, no, I don't think so either. Because there are going to be a lot of a certain amount of, bottles and the high end, highly sought after stuff. I think they just say that so they don't get that one guy that goes, "Hey, you're full of shit. You're just trying to rip me off." Yeah, I think, yeah, 40 bucks, 40 bucks for an Eagle Rare. And I notice the Blanton's have gone up. I think they were like 60 for a little bit. I think they're about 74, 75 now, and there's plenty of Blanton's where I'm at, and it's just sitting on the shelf. Yeah. California was the same way. California is the same way. It's pretty much New Jersey. I remember going up the coast and we stayed I can't think of the place but across the highway, Highway 1 was a liquor store. I go walking in and Blanton's 89. Okay. Up where I'm at, it's 75 bucks, 74 bucks and change. Oh, they're coming out with Eagle Rare 12. Oh, I didn't know they had an Eagle Rare 12. Okay, I think that might be kind of exciting. Maybe they're going to ask. I bet you anything with the 12, they probably going to be asking 80, 90 bucks for that thing. I think they're going to double it. Oh, you didn't get it, huh? What were they asking for the Eagle Rare 12? Just curious. What was the price on that? Yeah, no, I got plenty of the Eagle Rares. They're good. They're great taste, great bottles, but but these liquor stores, they jack up the price, popularity and stuff like that. Anyway, so I went oh, it's not out yet. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you saw it and you passed it up. So I crossed the street and went to the liquor store and he had one Eagle Rare and I go, "Hey, how much is the Eagle Rare?" He goes, "Oh, $100. I go, "Really, $100? Why?" "Oh, they stopped making it." And I'm like, "Oh, bullshit." I've got on the phone. I go, "No, they're still making it. It's $40, if that, $35 at the time." He goes, "Well, they stopped making it." And I'm like, "All right, dude, I'm not buying a damn thing from you then, because I can see where this is going to go, They released the label. I saw it on the okay. Well, I'm just kind of curious what it's going to cost, that Eagle Rare 12. But it might be good. Might just be good. I don't know if any of you guys had a taste of the Eagle Rare 17. Never had that. I'm sure it's probably pretty good. Yeah, they released those labels. Me personally, I really would love to. I had the Russell's 13, loved it, and you know what? It's gone. I shared it with everybody. They were at the house. I'm like, I brought it out, and I go, you know what? Really good bottles, supposed to be drank with the close friends, and you guys all enjoy it. And I think Jeff enjoyed it. I think Jason really enjoyed it. He's had a few of those things. It is very, very good. And the 15, I wish I would have gotten that. I'm sure, everyone raves about that. Obviously, Minnick gave it a number 1. And I'm going to have another pour of the Larceny unless you guys want me to try something else. But, I'm going to go with the Larceny again. They know what they got, they know what they can get for it, and they know what people will pay for it. And it's how bad do you want it is what you're going to pay for it, and Jordan Downs. Oh, Phil. All right. I'm sure you got Jeff and Chris Izzy in this conversation. Love the Bourbon Inside. Just started my journey into the bourbon whiskey world. All right, cool. I'm glad you decided to jump in. Well, we kind of did a couple bottles. Went over to Heaven Hill, Granite Glass, the rye. Did the one that you can find out there, the Four Roses single barrel, worth getting, great price. And just did the Larceny Bow Proof C924. And I really taken a liking to the Larceny for some reason. I just opened this thing up. You know, it's going to soften up a little bit down the road, but it's actually a good bottle if you can find it. You know, don't go crazy with the Jordan Downs. I love it. You know, Jordan Downs. Yeah, only some of us will probably understand that. Oh, yeah. No. So Phil's already going hard. So, is he saying, why is he filling me full of shit about him just getting started with his journey into the bourbon whiskey world? From what Jeff says, you may have a little more experience in tastings than I do. Russell 15 was the best bourbon I've ever had this year. All right, there you go. Someone had a taste of it. I haven't had a taste of it, so I'm glad Sean had the Russell's 15, said it was that good. And I think there was a rumor going around that when they were bottling the Russell's 10, they used some of the leftover barrels of the Russell's 15 to fill the Russell's 10. And I think it was LLME, the laser etch coating. And I kind of looked into it, and it was bottled just around the same time as the Russell's 15. So if you're able to get a LL or LEME laser etched Russell's 10, you got some of the Russell's 15 barrels that were, put in there. So I don't know. Jordan Downs. No, Izzy, I'm glad, you guys all caught it, Izzy caught it, Jordan Downs. If anyone knows what Jordan Downs is, yeah. If you know what it is, you know what it is. If you don't, you don't. So glad to have you there, Phil. It's good to have new people jump in here. I need all the help I can. I'm living off of 330 something subscribers. Not looking to make millions. I am the only sponsor of this channel because I'm the only one that pays for all the equipment, my time, me flapping my gums, and the only booze. I'm the one that pays for it. So I am the total sponsor of this whole channel. So I'm not asking for Patreon stuff, nothing. I'm just having fun doing this. I'm having a good time getting in with Nickerson Garden Distillery. Oh, God. Do it and send me a taste. All right. Yeah, no, the Nickerson Gardens, you're going to get nothing but dirt, piss, and shit in that cup of what have you. Yeah, no, we can all name the hood stuff, the Pueblo distilleries, maybe you got some of those. You can do I got Nickerson, I got Jordan, all the fun places to work, So that's good. I'm glad stirred this thing up a little bit. God, I'm going for an hour and 24 minutes. We're doing good. I'm wondering if my batteries are dying on these things. Hopefully not. But yeah, I'm rocking here. I'm glad we got a good chat going. That's where you make Old English, or Steel Reserve 211. Down in that area. Maybe a little King Cobra. Yeah. Yeah, that's what was that little place? God, I can't even think of the streets where it's at. Very small. Imperial Courts. Does that sound right? I'm trying to think of the names. I don't even have. If I had a map book, I'd be able to tell you exactly where. It was like mid area. I want to say it was close. Like 84ish Central. Bartles and James. Oh my God. 211. Oh my God. Bartles and James. All right. Bartles and James. All right. Here comes a story with Bartles and James. In high school, beer was the cheapest thing to get, especially because Jeff worked at a liquor store and he always threw out cases of beers. And the girl I was dating at the time loved Bartles and James. So, and a buddy of ours liked Bartles and James as well, the wine coolers. And the Jeff, I remember we would go to the dumpster because he'd take the trash out, boxes, empty boxes, this and that, but he'd be taking out cases of Bartles and James beer, all kinds of stuff. That stuff was good. Do they even make those things anymore? I think they do, but they used to be in bottles. I don't know. They make them in cans now. I don't know. Are they the same? Has our taste buds improved? I don't know. But yeah, no, I remember getting that for the girls I was dating at the time. She loved it, and it was fun. It was good. Well worth it. No, you did not, it was the expired stuff that you put in the back that your boss told you to get rid of. All right. Stole. Even if I said stole, who in the hell's watching this to go ahead and say, hey, look, man, this guy stole it when he was 18, Imperial Highway and Alameda. All right. Imperial Courts. Good God. Yeah. I remember this. Yeah. That's good. Phil, you stirred, you sent us down a dark path, man. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you jumped in. This is fun. All right. Okay. I'm sorry, Jeff. I said it, but don't. All right, things are getting rough here. It's unreal. I'm going to unsubscribe. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jeff. All right, I said I'm going to recall, and I'm going to say, what everyone says when they speculative, guessing, whatever. I don't think Jeff actually stole anything. I'm just guessing, and I could be completely wrong, and it'll be all on me. And I'm just trying to save my one, subscription, because he threatened me that he's going to unsubscribe me. All right, I'm sorry, Jeff. I apologize. I won't say it again. I won't lay you out like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Thunderbird. Okay. I've seen that. Yep. Thunderbird. I don't know what the other one's out there. What was the other one? Southern Comfort. No. So was Southern Comfort a thing back then? Cisco. Okay. The Cisco's. All right. Thunderbird. All right. Remember those. Just trying to do the best I can here. You're making it worse. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Jeff. All right. I'm done talking about it. All right. Forget about everything I said in the past 3 minutes. I'll edit this when it goes to, YouTube, and I'll just get rid of it. Scratch it out. But yeah, no, you guys are bringing up some good locations there down in Los Angeles. I don't know am I allowed to say South Central, South LA. Am I allowed to say that anymore? Or am I going to get banned from YouTube for saying that? Yeah. Everyone down there has worked down there that has, what kind of goes on in real life and not what the news actually portrays and what they say. The true people that actually see what goes on, experienced it, and knows the truth about all that stuff. So it's a delicate situation talking about, and on a delicate situation as such, I should not give opinions or statements or anything like that because I've been drinking and I might just say the wrong thing. And I'll have they probably won't be knocking on my door, but, they'll be looking into me, calling me, wondering what the hell happened. And I don't want that. So, all right. I think this has been about an hour and a half. Anything else you guys like to know? I'm going to do a plug only because it's never know if Jeff stole liquor. You just never know. I'm going to, now that I think about it, I'm really racking my brain. He never stole it. No, he just, put out the expired stuff. And I'm sure he probably did put out the expired stuff. And, we drank it as kids. We were just happy as could be having it. But don't know for sure, 100%. But, I'm going to, it's about an hour and a half in. I should start wrapping this stuff up. Never happened. I got busted for buying it. Oh, well, no. I do remember that. And you had to go through a bunch of bullshit. But I'm going to put a little plug in. I didn't do it last time. I'm going to do it now. I got 4 episodes on it. I got a Matthew Scott project. It's about anything and everything. And hopefully one day, it's kind of a little bit of a crossover of, this and that. But it's more of, some things that I'm going to make for that are going to go on this and vice versa. And then some of them are just going to be separate. But it's more of just being outside, doing stuff, do videos, whatever. It's not easy doing that, but it's a challenge, and that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I'm going to do. It's the Matthew Scott Project, and I just released one, smoking my first brisket. It's my first time. There's things I would change, but, for the next one, and I'll actually record that. But it's, I'm doing this wrap-up aspect of it. It'll be fun. And one day I'd love to get all of you, some of you, but if any of you guys, visit me, come stay with me, whatever, you're going to get interviewed. And I'd love to do the interview, get the stories out, because of a lot of the stories that we have, a lot of our just journey of doing our job isn't out there. It's taken for granted. And I think some of it's fun, some of it's exciting, some of it's scary, some of it is just pure laughter. And I think, we joke around, we screw with each other, and that's what keeps us sane and have the common sense and balance what we do in life. And, everyone says there's no stress, but there is stress on the stuff that we did. And you don't really realize it until when you're away from it that, it's life and stress is so much easier. So I'm going to start wrapping this thing up. Fly me out first class and I'll put me up in a good hotel. Yeah, I'll fly you out. We don't have a hotel around here. No, you're staying downstairs. But I got a sleep number bed and you can do all you want down there. So, yeah, we'll do, barbecue and whiskey, good times. Yeah, no, the Matthew Scott Project isn't just about barbecue, it's about everything. But, I'm having fun doing this stuff. I'm like, let me record this thing and do it. This is, for me, I've got a very cool place. And yeah, me just, getting on here and talking, you look at other, I watch other people, they're running out of ideas to create things, but the stories that people have, and that's where the interviews come in handy, and you can bring the fun out and, really explain, to the layman out there that has no clue, that's been behind a cubicle and a computer the whole time of their life, of what really goes on. And I think it's an interesting view of what really happens, you got a chance to, see it through, LAPD life on the beef, cops, things like that. But actually hearing it from the people that did it will put a different, perspective of people's eyes. So I don't know. That's my goal. And that's what I want. And so when you guys get up here, I'm going to interview you. That's the way it is. That's how it's going to work. And if you don't come up here because of it, don't be a pussy. Come up and do it anyways. We'll have fun. We'll enjoy it. So it's just hearing me on the lies. There, there's lies, and then there's bending the truth. Lies are real bad. Bending the truth, if it's funny, it's worth it. So, all right, I'm going to start wrapping this thing up. You guys are great. Phil, I'm glad you guys, you jumped in here and partaked. And it's, good to have you. I get Izzy, Jeff, Sean H. Love you guys. I'm glad you guys jumped in here and partaked. And hopefully everything that I talked about was helpful. But more importantly, spread the word. I need help. Get me up to whatever, tell everybody about me, you could even tell them, hey, listen to this jackass, flap his gums. He's just making shit up and it's funny, that way they can dissect it, chop it up, put it on their own feed and do whatever. So hopefully the image turned out good. Everything, all the feeds going good. And, I'm Matt. Enjoy, watch everything you can and jump over to Matthew Scott Project. Learn how to cook a brisket and watch me stress about it. So, all right. And I'm going to try and do this thing every 2 weeks, every Monday, 2 weeks down the road, unless something comes up. But I'll put something out ahead of time. I'll find a bottle and we'll just talk about it. But these 2 bottles, if you can, the Heaven Hill Grain Glass Rye, well worth it, $99. And the Larceny C924. Very good. It's a very good bottle. And I just cracked this one open and I think it will get better with age. So I'm going to log off and you guys enjoy your evening. I'm going to go get some dinner here shortly and wrap this thing up. All right. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining.